Remember that story that Matt Redman, I think it was Matt Redman told, and I don't know the church. I mean, maybe you know, it was out in the UK, and the way the story goes, I don't know all the intricacies of it, but that the church kind of got in the rut, and they said, you know what, we're just going to can the worship team. We're just going to cancel them. Canceled. Done. And we're just going to gather, and we're not going to have the song and dance kind of thing. And we're going to see what happens, see what God does. And first week they come and they attend, and everyone's so awkward because it's quiet, and they're just kind of sitting there. And again, I might be butchering it, but this is my recollection of the story. And at some point, this is where the inspiration behind the song, I'm coming back to the heart of worship. You know the one, because it's all about you. And slowly over time, they're having these gatherings, and somebody would just start singing a melody, just singing out something, and everyone would join in. Kind of brings me back to the days when you read about like the early church, like in America with like the hymnals, there was no sound system, electronics, right? And you just have somebody, and everyone just sang, and you could hear other people's voices. And people in the church actually knew how to sing because you were used to singing, making melody, right? So anyways, back to this church service I'm talking about, and they would just have this organic building of song through just somebody have a song in their heart, and then it would just carry out, and then they would keep singing together. So it fits into the lyrics of the song, which starts off saying, when the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come. So we make Christianity very complicated. We got all these to-do lists, check boxes that we got going on. And it's making us mentally ill. And for me, in my journey, my OCD, anxiety, depression, all over the place, neuroticism, led me to go, I'm just going to go to basics. I'm going to just be a kid and learn what it means to be loved by my Father in heaven. Because I don't know. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. And I want to know because I'm a mess. And I look around and I'm like, you're all a bunch of messes too. Why are we playing games? Why are we pretending like we're amazing and we got all, why are we posing? Like, you're on the verge of a divorce. You're addicted to porn. You know what I mean? Like, not accusing. I'm not trying to accuse. I'm not saying I'm saying that to people. But it's like you look around and you go, everyone's a mess. And the only difference is who's hiding it better. Let's just make it simple. Make it simple. What it means to just, so in the early stages of my journey, I just would sit in my room, full on anxiety. Right? Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. 10, I'm 10. And I would just get so, I felt so discouraged. I just started crying. Sitting there in my room by myself. And I just let the tears flow. And then I would just start making melody. And I just start singing out. And I remember I was working at a church. I was in charge of music and church productions and all this stuff. If I listed it all out, it would give you a headache. And one of the cool things, though, is that, you know, with keys to the building and all the equipment, I would go in late at night. I'd sit at the piano. I don't play piano performance, but I know chords. So I was able to like arrange songs in keys or whatever. I know chords. I just sit there. And I would just play chords, and I would just sing melody unto God, full of anxiety. Sometimes it would make the anxiety settle. Other times, the spinnies were still there. But I just learned to pour out my heart. That's my journey. And it got me sick of the performance structure that we live in. So this got a little it got a little tricky because I'd go to choir rehearsal and I started sharing. I said, hey, can I just take 5 minutes to just, share a word with you guys? Next thing you know, I'd share, and an hour later, we're all on our knees worshiping God. We haven't practiced anything, right? And I'm like, I don't know what to say. I just wanted to share a few things. And God shows up. Not that God wasn't there. You know what I mean when I say God shows up. God showed up. Wait, where was he? And it was just a heart-connected time of, I saw people want an authentic relationship with God. And we're offering people McDonald's when they need nutrition. They're crying out for nutrition, and we're sending them through the drive-thru. I'm glad, was it Katie? I'm glad, Katie, that touched. I could cry just thinking about it right now, because that desperation leads you to go, okay, God. And even to this day, there's that compass in my heart that I recalibrate back to, of just simply learning to be loved by him. Because if I'm in a rough spot, if I'm struggling on a certain day, it's usually I just need to go back to the basics. Be loved, let go, get out of guilt, let go of anxiety, like practice the things I've learned. It all goes back to the simplicity. Anyways, again, I don't mean to hate on the church. I don't mean to hate on the institutional church, but I got to talk about this stuff because people are losing their minds, and we just keep doing the same old, same old, same old, same old.